Okay. Man, throughout today, I can. It was just nastiness and manipulation. Matter of fact, right before I started making this video, I was watching one of the last video I made. It was showing this. It's a video about what they've done to me, specifically to make me look at this kid, this baby. It's like 4 or 5 year old kid, and she's just like standing there looking at the like this landscape, and there's a mother behind her and the wind was blowing, and they'll try to make me look at this kid's butt in this disturbing ways. So nasty. And it's so nasty in my brain. They try to create like a perception that's sexual about this kid. Try to like create like curves and things like that of a bit like that's the age I told you, and try to get you to accept these things. And you hear this trash, try to find ways to counter it, because I don't subscribe to it. Obviously, I don't identify with this. Matter of fact, I not only I don't identify with this, I just right after I finish talking about what they've done to me, I just say, listen, this is what they've done to others. They have been forcing people to look at children in this perverted way, in a sexual way, and it's like they have been applying how I would look at a woman and try to change that into how I would look at a child. Like, change the way I look at a woman, right? Transfer that way of perceiving a woman that I could look in a sexual way, and transfer that toward how I would, like, transfer that to the way I look at a child. Like, make me look at a child the way I would look at a woman when I look at a woman in a sexual way. And then create perceptions and try to even create curves on the back, the butt of a kid, like a kid 4 or 5 years old. Like, I made this video, so I recommend Target individuals or anybody to go see the video I made, showing exactly what I'm talking about. It's just so nasty, and they try to find ways to counter that. And I was like, I can't believe they like, I'm looking at this picture of this kid. It's like they're trying to make me look at this kid's butt in this sexual way. And they would like start stimulating me, and I stopped and I just looking at my private area, looking at like experiencing the stimulation, like this trash. And I stopped looking. I was like just looking down on my private areas, like they are stimulating me right now, making me have sexual arousals, just because there's this baby there. And I hear this trash like, oh, you're rotting away. It's like, I'd rather be rotting away than be rotten. These people living up life like this, oh my gosh, I envy your life. I could be living this happy life that you're living. How about the rot? They are so trash. But for me, it's like this. The goal is for me to identify with what's happening to me. It's not happening. I'm not identified with this. I know this is the nasty things they do. I understand this is the pedophilia torture they've done to others. Making you looking at kids in this pedophilia ways is the tactics they've done to others. In that same video, right after I'm done talking, guess who you listen saying the same thing? These disturbing thoughts of pedophilia. That's the things they do. The perception manipulations are perverted. And that's not perverted in the sense that you look at a woman in a perverse way. That's a lot of men do that. No, they make you look at children in a perverse way. What's gonna break you down? As I'm saying that, they do something with my tongue. That is the saddest. They are the pathetic pedos, and there's nothing they can do, because the testimonials show the patterns of how they've been manipulating people in these pedophilia ways. There is nothing they can do. Right now, somebody said pattern before I say pattern, but it doesn't stop the fact that there is a pattern of using the pedophilia type of torture. And so they would try to be like, no, use her hands. Because what they like to do is like, no, what we do to you is how you experience things when you were a child. You hear them, they try to crank up the volume of my next door neighbor to try to counter that reality. Because humiliation is real. Can you imagine? That, no, we mapped it to you when you were a kid. Use her hands. Trash. Not only you manipulate men and women to look at babies in these disturbing pedophilia ways, but you actually torture babies that young. These people abuse children using this technology. They are torturing children in sexual matters, which is not surprising if they can make a man or woman look at children this sexual way. What do you think they do to children? Sexual torture, these bottom feeders, this trash, torture and hurt children, and I know that, as they try to exaggerate what I did as a child, to try to make me subscribe to the pedophilia things that make me experience today. There's these bottom feeders. You know, that when I look at them, you know, it takes, especially when I know when they hurt kids, like I feel a sensation of aggression, because I know these people are torturing and hurting kids, right? I know they're involved in a program that does very bad things to babies. This baby, like the psychological torment is one thing, but I know they hurt children. Actually, they torture babies in the sexual matters. I know that. In the sexual matter, and they do something with my lips. They have done so much manipulations and falsification, but the worst is when they actually torture children. I recommend Target Vigil to go into my other channel. My other channel shows other things because I know they're gonna try to block one of my channels, so I decided to create multiple channels so I can still maintain and make videos of what's happening to me. Because when the day they make me, like when they I can make videos in this channel, you can go back. So this is something that's on my other channel, and I showed a picture of this baby. They tried to make me look in a sexual way, and just imagine what I just said apply onto this kid. They tried to make me look at this kid in a sexual way. Try to make me like imagine like this, like create like curves into like this kid's butt, and then like imagine like it's so disturbing. That's how deep they are in my brain to create these disturbing perceptions, and it was stimulating me. And like now we match it, you know, whatever the scripts they go through to disorient you and to confuse you into accepting these manipulations. It's so nasty. Disturbing things. And in my brain right now, they try to create a battle of just make me imagine a time when I imagine babies in this way. It's disgusting things. It's just disturbing. They are completely rewiring my brain and my mind and my thoughts and my memories to even implant these ways of thinking. Make me imagine like a naked kid and then try to make like it's just disturbing. Because this is the things they implant in your brain and try to make me think about it. Like literally make me imagine a baby naked and stimulating my brain, or baby with like from some underwears and try to like it's just nasty. Those are the things that can make you experience. It's so disgusting. But I've noticed a pattern right now too. It's just like here they are not trying to be smooth. They are not trying to be smooth, which helps me put things in perspective. They're not trying to be slick in a sense that like I'm experiencing all the nastiness. It's disgusting. It feels so disturbing because it's so ingrained in my brain now. But it's just so obviously like obvious. Like it's just obvious about the things that they're doing to me. Before they would try to be like, you know, let's make it smoother. Let's try to make it seem like, you know, like now they're just like implanting like a naked little girl, and it's like, oh, does he see that's true memory? Boom, boom, what? And then make me imagine this kid's. It's like you try to create. Like, now, as the way it goes in my brain is disturbing. It feels like, oh my gosh, what? My brain is just being forced to feel this way, but it's just like I know it's falsified. It's like they're like fuck it. We're not trying to be smooth. We're gonna do these things as raw as possible. So what it does is just makes me, gives me an opportunity to kind of put things easily in the perspective. And then when I see them, it's not any violence things happening. It's just me taking the opportunity to show the perps involved in these manipulations. Because at the end of the day, as much as I talk about what's happening to me, I want to put things back in perspective. As a target individual, I understand that I'm a human guinea pig. This technology is utilized onto us for developing and improving a technology that's already very sophisticated. But the more sophistication, the better it gets, right? And there's no end to how they can continuously improve this technology. And they are using this technology and weaponizing your own brain to break you down. Meaning they are using your own brain to torture you. So they're planting things in your brain, they're manipulating you, they're forcing you to perceive things in this way, in these disturbing ways, to break you down slowly. And so it's supposed also to break your self-esteem. That at that point is not working out, because I love myself a lot more. Especially when I see others, I'm like, trash. I can see, I feel like, I feel like, I feel like I'm a better person than them. Like when I see them and I see myself, I'm like, look at the nasty shit that you're just so trash. It makes me feel like higher than them. Now I never thought I was better than anybody, but now I do. Now with that being said, I know that my body is breaking down. I will not live a good life. They will live perhaps a better life in regard to luxury, and maybe in health. Some of them at least, or most of them at least. But their self-esteem near me is there, because I see them for what they involve themselves in. I truly see, like, you're just trash human bottom feeder pedophiles, nasty pedos that can force a man or woman to make people look at kids in this nasty sexual way. You can stimulate me how much you want, but I see you for your pedos ways, your nasty ways of manipulating human beings around the world in these pedophilia ways. And when you say not pay, I know all the babies you've been torturing and killing and torturing them sexually, you nasty bottom feeders. For all the kids you suffocate and sexually torture. And you try to counter that. I will never let you live your fantasy. And when you talk about me as a child, I'm just so thankful that me as a child could be living life like your child trash you use to torment even babies. They are trash. They have blood of babies and women. And the way they manipulate human beings in these pedophilia ways, then knowing that their entities contracting this trash are entities full of pedophiles doing things to 2-year-olds and 6-year-olds, trash, you nasty bottom feeder. You fucking trash. Torture and abuse babies. And then try to talk about me as a child. Then manipulate me when I look at babies in these sexual ways, which is something they've done to others. And be like, now we're not using these retardations of ways of trying to make you accept these things. Yes, that's their job, I understand. But one thing is for sure, if you try to live this fantasy, there's too many things I know about what you guys do, and I'm too validated. I'm too validated in the way you manipulate people. And you're not at war. I'm a guinea pig. I understand. I'm a guinea pig, meaning that you can manipulate me for the purpose of developing this technology. I'm a guinea pig. I'm a human subject in human experimentation for the developing of this technology. I know. You're not at war. You're not destroying me because you're so good. Because you're powerful. You're destroying me because I'm a human subject in this developing technology. And just like any human subject, we're going to be destroyed by low-life bottom feeders contracted by trash like you, but really running the program is this entities filled with pedophiles. To all my target individual, stay strong. Know that justice will be done. These bottom feeders are low-life trash that are involved in torturing babies and women all around the world and forcing men and women to look at children in these sexual ways. Then don't want to be seen because they know what they are. I hope they continue to live this nasty life. I will say these things till I can breathe. There's many people who've been involved in my torture dying and died. So before these people die, I want to make sure that I say what I need to say. So stay strong.